How are we going? You know what this is? That's it. That's what it is. It's a citrus, but it's a native citrus, native lime. Now, we potted this up a few weeks ago. I had this sitting in the nursery corner on its way out. That means death. And in the last hour, I decided to bring it in and pot it up straight into our planting mix in a grow bag like this. And voila, a few weeks later, a couple of months later, it's come back to life. Literally, there was 2 or 3 leaves. I'm sure we've got some footage we can sort of cut into it and show you. And that's now all the new growth. Now, the question I've been getting asked is, how do you grow a native lime? Admittedly, well, I really haven't grown these for a long term in the past, and these are better suited further north, well, definitely away from this region, but, well, that's just reading the online, stuff and, talking to colleagues and saying, yeah, well, we know citrus limes or native limes, in fact, prefer a tropical, subtropical sort of environment, more temperate. Where we are here, it's really cold, but at the moment we haven't hit winter with this, although it's gone through winter in the little pot that it was in the nursery, and it survived that. So I reckon these are tough as nails, really, folks. I've done bugger all to it. All I've done is potted it up. You saw that in the video in the previous one, and I've walked away from it. I can't remember if I pruned it or not, but I think I did. I've got to do a bit more pruning now. So let's go through the basics of this. What have we got here? The first thing we spot, quite obvious, discarded citrus gall. Citrus gall wasp laid its eggs. Obviously, they've hatched, and you can see every little chamber. That's how many there were in there. It's not like one just burrowing around and having a party in there. There were literally lots of them having a party together. Now, things like that, you can leave them. You don't discard them, meaning, I was going to say discard them by cutting them off, but no, don't cut them off. They're already been abandoned. They're empty, they're non-active, they're not going to go back into it. It's quite woody now. You can leave them as I have there now. You got to cut off any dead wood like this one here. See that? We've got a bit of dieback there, and it's still along the same little branch that's had the gall wasp. I'm just going to cut it back to the green part there, just like that. We've got the other branches coming along beautifully. That's fine. Now I'm going to let it keep continuing growing like that. Nothing else to do with this one. Prune this one over here. Yeah? And there's another one over here, just a little prune like that. Now, I'm doing this without my glasses, folks. I can see 2 native lime trees here, not one at the moment. But what we have got is a bit of new growth. You can see the dark crimson leafy, red leaf, I should say, starting to show here. See that? It's starting to grow. That's going to fill out this side. We need to fill this side out. Now, this is very spiny. It's got a lot of pricks on it. It's a little prickly thing, and you've got to be really careful how you handle them. But again, I've got it out here. We're in Lethbridge. It's bloody shit weather, and it's growing, and it's quite happy. It's actually growing better than other citrus trees I've got in the garden. Now, this has got, just to let you know, a heap of black grit in there. Now, black grit's got phosphate, or it's a phosphate rock, basically, non-soluble. Now, if we go through the whole storyboard of natives, now this is native lime, citrus lime, but even native just generally, I've put it on everything, or almost everything. That's black grit. Now, that's the phosphate, rock phosphate. Now, because it's non-soluble, the tree's not taking it up. It's not affecting the tree. It's not diluting and causing the roots to have to suck it up because it's wet in the ground. It gets digested by microbes, and then the microbes populate whatever they need to populate as far as minerals are concerned, and then the tree takes up and gets what it wants. Now, every plant that's got a root system needs some phosphate, some more than others, some practically little or none, but it exists in our soil because it comes from a rock, and all soils start as a rock and they wear down and become fine sand and things like that, or we just pack kara and every bad thing goes away. Okay, it's all happening here, folks. So if you think this segment was getting boring, well, think not. It's actually taken up another level. All right, check out our website, vasilisgarden.com. We've got our workshops on. If you like what we do here, get yourself involved in one of the workshops. There's 4 workshops in May and a couple of spots left in April, at the end of April. So book yourself in, come and have a great time. You're going to learn a heap of things, and you're really going to change the way you see gardening after we finish with you. From me, Vasili, Maresi, hey, Kala, 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 nice, nice.